Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpuff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts around the country. Today, we're in New York City with Dan Gerstein from Gotham Ghostwriters. And Dan, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you for having me, Howard.
Well, thank you for being here. We're excited to learn a lot about what you're doing. And as we're getting started, why don't you get us started? Obviously, ghostwriting is a piece of marketing that people don't know as much about as they should. But how did you get started within that industry?
I was trained as a writer, was a reporter out of college, then was a speechwriter on Capitol Hill, and that was my first introduction to writing for someone else. And then when I left politics and moved to New York, people just started coming to me organically, asking me to write things for them, and I didn't really have the time or the inclination to do it myself, so I just ended up referring them to my other writer friends, and that grew into a business. I'm a classic accidental entrepreneur. So our agency, Gotham Ghostwriters, is a matchmaking service. We help people connect with really high-level, specialized writers, mostly for books, but for a lot of other long-form content.
Which is a very valuable skill that you are helping people have access to, because writing and content is extremely important and extremely difficult for a lot of people, whether it's because of their time, whether because of their abilities, because of connecting sentences in the structural way that people like to read. You're finding, I'm sure, that it really does open the doors for lots of different types of writing opportunities for you to help facilitate.
Yes, and to make this especially relevant for your audience, what we've noticed over specifically, especially the last 5 years, is how many thought leaders, experts, business executives are recognizing the value of the book as a marketing platform and vehicle. And it becomes the anchor for so much of what they do in terms of projecting their leadership, their ideas, and credentialing themselves, so that it opens up speaking opportunities, and most importantly, helps promote their business and them as experts.
It really does. It really changes the game of what type of strength someone has as a speaker, someone who understands their industry, when they have a book to provide, whether it's something of great value they give away for free, or something that they're selling on Amazon and find different ways to become a best-selling author to add to their resume. What kind of, give us some examples of some of the things that you've helped facilitate being written.
Like I said, it's mostly books, but we have an extensive thought leadership practice where we're helping people write speeches, white papers, reports, LinkedIn blog posts, as long as they're a series. But the common thread is it's all long-form, sophisticated writing.
Yes, using LinkedIn as a tool with these blog posts, with content that they're providing, whether it's an article or just their own general post on their platform, is really important that they do that, because that also is something that facilitates conversation, facilitates possible people making connections, working together, getting those opportunities to speak in public. It really does keep the options open for you to generate revenues and create more content for people.
Absolutely. And another trend that I think is relevant for your audience, Howard, that we've been observing is the growing number of brands and organizations that are creating their own custom book publishing programs. We call it enterprise publishing, because they're not publishing books for sale to generate revenue, but they're doing it for marketing purposes, thought leadership, internal communications, tokens and leave behinds. Books have a unique value proposition that more and more brands and organizations are recognizing, and they're adding it to their content marketing arsenal. And in recognition of that, we started a new line of business called Gotham Publishing Solutions, where we bring in a customized team of experts to work with brands and organizations to identify how books can advance their business goals, and then develop a turnkey solution so that they don't have to make a major investment or figure out how to get books published, because that's a very insular, often mysterious and inaccessible field, and we take the mystery and the pain out of it.
Which is really an exceptional thing that you're doing. It's become such a marketing tool, and for you to utilize different ways to do that for people is really outstanding, because again, leave a book behind as a thank you as part of as you're speaking. Get a group of people together and everyone gets to write a chapter. It's a different way to connect with people and different ways for revenue to be generated. I sense that you are going to be busy for a very long time with all the different needs that people have, and with your successful track record. So thank you so much for joining us and everything that you shared with us today.
My pleasure, Howard. Great to be with you, and good luck.
And thank you all for joining us as well. Having a book makes you just a little bit more special to people, a little bit more experienced. Having a number of books really makes you become somewhat of an expert. And there's lots of different ways to do that do not take the time and effort to actually writing the book yourself. Having ghostwriters is so incredibly important. And again, not just for the books, for blog posts, for speeches, for white papers, for lots of different things. And knowing the right people to give you this type of content is very important. Lucky for us, we've now gotten introduced to Dan, and there's a lot more information here on Daily Ad Brief to learn more about what he has and what he's able to do. So please check that out. But go and have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.